some things you're just gonna have to do alone. Some things people won't understand, but sometimes it's not meant for them to understand, and sometimes it's just not meant for you to understand, even though you gotta walk the path. You know what I'm saying? So people may not believe in you, and they might say it to your face, or they just, might suggest you do something else only because that they don't feel like that they can do it. And that's the best part about it, bro. And it's not for you to victimize them and just try to prove them wrong. It's trying to prove yourself right. Because here's the catch. You can tell everybody something and they can say, yeah, I believe in you, or no, I don't believe in you. But the only thing that it'll do is get the result that either the person that did believe in you or the person that didn't believe in you, it'll get the result. And ultimately, it gives you the result of just confirming that you can do it. You are capable of doing it. And what you do is learn, execute, apply it, and then teach it, right? Which is why I'm taking this journey on just taking this risk that God has me on, bro. It's getting deeper and deeper into the feeling, and I have no outcome of what I really want, but I have a goal, of course, that I want to hit. But if it does or doesn't happen, I know that I'll become this person that knows that I can achieve this regardless. So it more than likely will happen, only because of my belief and the people I have around me. And I only know this because I'm actually fucking scared. I'm scared, bro. But the fear is not what I am categorized in. I'm not in this fear category, because we all know that Jesus was scared, but we also know that he still walked with purpose. He still stayed on purpose. So regardless if people were, yapping at the mouth and just not believing that he was saying that there is a God, because there were so many emperors and kings that they felt nothing was above them. So for Jesus to come along and say there is something, and they couldn't even fathom it to a point where they want to actually see it instead of believing it, that's why they took the man away. That's why they crucified the man. But he rose. And when the man rises, everyone will fucking be shocked that he rises, only because he had faith. He believed. And other people don't believe until they see another person accomplish it, even if they aren't their friend. They see other people accomplishing these goals, but don't believe that someone they are close to can achieve it, only because they feel like they know this person. They feel like they possibly know what they're doing when no one's watching. And that's not the fact. You don't know what anyone is thinking about, what anyone has planned. Which is why I just am documenting this journey every day. I won't be telling you all what I'm doing still. Relax. At the end of the 90 days, I promise I will. And I promise I'll be able to execute and teach it to you all. So whenever you are watching this, you might be watching this a year, 2, however long. But if you're paying attention every day, around October, I'll be a different man, physically, mentally, spiritually, financially. And there are no worries. When I worry, I don't trust. So guess what? I'm given the full guidance, the full hand of God's willpower to allow me to just walk with him, walk behind him, and just see my feet taking each step in front of the other. That's all I care about. I just want to see my feet taking one step in front of the other. I don't need to see the full pathway. I just need to know that I can still walk, because I'll keep walking, bro. I don't gotta run. I don't gotta jog. I'll walk. And guess what? I won't stop. Why? Because I know that through Christ, anything is possible. A lot of people think that they aren't capable to achieve things only because their belief system. But when you constantly work out, you constantly pray every day, you constantly journal your thoughts, you constantly just speak with God, what will happen is you start to really sit there and realize that all that you're feeling, and be aware of how the presence of God is already with you at this very moment, right? I have this unwavering feeling of just being a teacher, being a person that always loves the person who doesn't love me. I'm always a person that'll be very hard on somebody, but I also will help you become better at the same time. I'm not gonna just massively bash you without telling you something that's factual, right? So as I take this journey on this risk that I recently took, I continuously just say, bro, on any worry, you say to God, I don't trust you. So just focus on the actions. Don't worry, focus on the actions, because what the actions will do is bring you closer to God. When you have that feeling of saying, I can't do this anymore, that's actually the sign to keep doing it. That is the sign to get closer to God, and that actually God is closer to you, because you are now in this standpoint of being very vulnerable to everything. So I want to just always say I love you all. I am taking a break from, posting every day on Instagram, only because I want to focus more on, getting that goal. So if you don't see me a lot on IG, that's why. But I'll always post daily on here to just give you all my thoughts and just to keep you updated with how I'm feeling, and just, giving you some mental gems, and physical gems. So stay prayed up, y'all. Stay believing, because everything you want and desire will happen as long as you believe and continue working. I love y'all. Peace.